Welcome to the Wellness Biz Academy, where we turn passionate practitioners into profitable practice owners. I'm Cass Duffield, corporate business strategist and naturopath, showing you how to build a thriving practice with simple, proven systems that work. Let's create the practice that you long to have, because it's time to start living your passion and growing your practice. Welcome everyone. Thanks for joining me today. Today we're talking about content that connects and creating a content strategy for soulful entrepreneurs that's going to get you noticed. So tell me, have you ever found yourself staring at a blank screen when you're trying to create content and you have no idea what to say? Or maybe you see other entrepreneurs making a huge impact online while others are struggling to get any sort of traction? Yes, it's not uncommon. Today, we are uncovering the simple steps to create content that connects, how you can create the right content that will resonate with your audience. We will also cover how you can develop a content strategy that not only attracts the right clients, but aligns with you and your brand without being salesy. My goal today is to leave you with actionable, easy strategies that you can take and use right now to create content that connects and improve your marketing results. So, my friend, let's get to it. There are some foundations that you need to understand before you can start to create content that really connects. The first thing you need to get right in your foundations is being crystal clear about your audience. You need to have a really deep understanding of who these people are. You need to know who they are, what they're all about, and so you can make an offer that not only provides value, but could provide a transformation in their lives. The process of soulful marketing that you can use to gain clarity around your audience and a deep understanding of who they are, it starts with something that I call empathy mapping. Empathy mapping is a really powerful technique that allows you to step into the shoes of your audience and gain a really deep understanding of them, their desires, their challenges, their aspirations. When you can empathize with your audience on this level, you will find you're able to truly connect with them. You'll have that emotional connection because you truly understand. And this connection is critical if you want to craft content that is going to resonate with them. Now, by understanding the pain points and the challenges of your audience, you can address them really directly and really clearly in your content. This makes your content really relatable. It builds a sense of trust. Your audience will feel understood and they'll feel heard. And when you speak to their true pain points and their desires and what they really, really want, you are more likely to capture their attention and engage with them. Empathy mapping is also a great technique to use because it will help you craft really meaningful offers and transformative solutions for them. By uncovering what they really want, you can then provide not only the content that markets to that, but you can also provide the solution that helps them achieve whatever their long-term goals are. This will position you as a trusted advisor, as an authority in your field, and you will be offering a solution that makes a real impact on people's lives. So, how do you perform empathy mapping? It's really simple, actually. It's about researching and gathering insights about your audience. This can be done in a number of different ways. You can use surveys, you can use interviews, you can analyze social media conversations and the comments that people make. The more that you can understand your audience, their thoughts, their emotions, their motivations, the better equipped you will be to create the right content that will connect with them. Incorporating empathy mapping into your marketing strategy is a really powerful way to ensure that your content is going to hit on the right level and really touch them on a deep emotional level. When you are speaking directly to their pain points and their needs and their desires for a transformative solution, you will build trust and you will be seen as an expert in your field. The next step in the process of creating content that connects is what I call social listening. In today's digital age, you all have audiences across various social media platforms. But the question is, do you truly listen to them? Do you take the time to read their comments? Are you paying attention to what they're saying? Are you engaging in the conversations that they're having? Social listening is a really powerful practice that can provide you with really invaluable insights into the concerns and the topics and the questions that your audience and ideal client have. By actively listening to them on social media, you will gain a really deep understanding of their needs and their preferences. And when you engage in social listening, you'll be able to identify the common pain points and the challenges that they're facing. With this knowledge to hand, you can create content that genuinely connects. By addressing their specific concerns and providing the right solutions, you will raise yourself up as a trusted resource in the industry. The other great thing about social listening is it helps you stay updated on the latest trends and the discussions within your niche. It helps you keep an ear to the ground so you can identify any emerging topics or address any concerns that are coming through. This further demonstrates your relevance and puts you forward as a real thought leader in your field and in your industry. Beyond content creation, though, social listening is a great tool to use to inform your overall business strategy. By understanding your audience's needs and preferences, you'll be able to tailor products and services to better meet their needs. You will see trends as they're emerging, and you can create offers to satisfy those new needs. It's a very customer-centric approach, which allows you to be very aligned with what your audience and your ideal clients need. To effectively practice social listening, you do need to allocate a little bit of time to it. It includes reading comments, responding to messages, starting conversations, and participating in some relevant discussions. So this will take a little bit of time. But by actively listening to your audience on social media, you will gather such invaluable insights that it makes the little bit of time you'll spend doing it so worthwhile. The third element you can do to understand your audience is to ask them. Yes, just ask. Have you taken the time to ask them what they need, what they want, what their issues are, what solutions they would like? Your audience is the best gauge for you, so take the time to ask them. Whether it is in a poll or a post, you could ask a few of them to jump on a quick call with you and have a focus group and ask them face to face what they need and what they want. The information you will garner from these discussions is going to become an absolute beacon for your content creation and also your offer creation further down the line. More than that, though, it's going to show your audience that you actually care about their opinions and about what they want and what they need. So I really recommend that you start to have a look at inputting that into your marketing and content strategy. It's important to remember that asking your audience isn't a once and done process. It's an ongoing process. As your audience evolves and grows, new challenges and trends might emerge. It's important that you continue to seek their input because it ensures that your content will remain relevant and valuable to them. It also will demonstrate your ongoing commitment to serving them and helping them. You're literally creating a feedback loop with your audience, which ensures that you're consistently listening and learning and meeting their needs, which in turn builds a loyal and engaged community. So now that you know how to find the basis of creating content that will connect, the next step is channeling all of that amazing knowledge into crafting that valuable content. I'm going to share with you 3 soulful marketing strategies that I use myself and that my clients also use that will help you master this process and make it super easy. The first essential part of this is the use of content pillars. Content pillars serve as the core topics or themes that align with your brand, and they showcase your expertise. These content pillars will become the foundation upon which all of your content strategy is built. Content pillars serve several purposes. I see them as a filter that helps you streamline your messaging. When you have established clear content pillars, you now have a framework that ensures every piece of content that you create aligns with your brand, will connect with your audience, and is aligned with the message that you want to make. If an idea or a topic that you consider sharing doesn't fit in with any of these content pillars, you filter it out, ensuring that your message remains focused and flows with coherency. In addition to guiding your messaging and your social media content, your content pillars can form the basis for amazing pieces of content such as blogs, articles, podcasts, videos, and more. All of these content formats allow you to delve more deeply into the topics of your content pillars. You can provide so much value and insight to your audience. It's a really valuable tool to use. If you can start consistently creating this content based on your content pillars, you will show flow in your messaging, and that will start to stand you up as the expert in your industry. It's a really targeted approach. This is how some of those entrepreneurs build their brands and build their businesses so quickly, because they've used this approach to build credibility and authority really fast. So this can be something you can do too. Choose your content pillars and use them as a beacon to move forward. The great thing about content pillars, though, is they will not pigeonhole you. They can be as broad as you want them to be, and they allow you to diversify your content strategy whilst maintaining a coherent and consistent flow. You can explore different angles, different perspectives, different formats within each content pillar, but you are still aligning with that core message statement. The next step in mastering content that connects is to start leveraging the power of storytelling. So storytelling is personalization, putting you into the story of your business. As humans, we are inherently drawn to stories. Our brains are wired to remember and connect with narratives. Storytelling within your content provides you a really powerful tool that helps make that emotional connection. And that emotional connection is paramount when you are creating a loyal following. So how do you add storytelling into your content? You can you can share your own journey. You could share client success stories. And I think it's also really important to share the passion and the purpose behind what you do as an entrepreneur. All of these stories illustrate your message, but also add a human face to your business and show your values and what you really represent. These personal touches, though, will allow your audience to relate to you on a much deeper level and forge a more meaningful connection with you, which is so important to grow a business long-term online. Remember too, stories can evoke emotions. People can resonate with you if they have shared experiences, and stories can inspire people to action as well. So infusing your content with storytelling elements will create content that's more memorable and more relatable. Remember too that storytelling doesn't always have to be limited to words. You could utilize visuals such as images or videos or infographics to enhance your storytelling and create a multi-sensory experience. But personalizing your content through storytelling will allow you to tap into that innate human desire for connection. It will demonstrate authenticity, it will demonstrate integrity and vulnerability. All of those help to build trust. The last element to remember when creating content that connects is to vary the content formats that you use. By incorporating a blend of motivational, inspirational, calls to action, sales content, you can keep your messages fresh and dynamic and compelling while still demonstrating how you can genuinely help. It's a great idea to experiment with different content formats because that's how you will uncover what resonates the most with your audience. Every audience is different. Consider trying video content, blog posts, infographics. You could try how-to guides, Q&A sessions. There's a wide range of content types you could try, and it's an experimentation to see which elicits the most positive response. By monitoring the engagement metrics such as views and clicks and comments, this is how you can gauge the effectiveness of each format you try, and then you can tailor your content strategy accordingly to include more of those types of content that are getting the best response. It is important, though, to strike a balance. You want to avoid becoming solely focused on teaching or selling. If you are constantly bombarding your audience with instructional content or promotional content, it will quickly become monotonous and people will disengage. So your aim here is to create a diverse mix of content that blends the educational and the entertaining. Try injecting humor or anecdotes or your personal experiences to make it more enjoyable. You can also encourage interaction by trying elements such as quizzes, polls, surveys, or challenges. This makes the experience more engaging as people are participating. Remember, though, that every piece of content, no matter what format you use, should align with your brand and your content pillars. It needs to serve a purpose. It needs to contribute to your brand's reputation and authority. So by providing that range of valuable and engaging content, you will continue to solidify your position in the industry. Now that you understand how to craft this content, I think it's crucial you learn how to establish consistency. Consistent doesn't mean constant. Instead, it means having a well thought out plan and executing it reliably. Consistency will build trust, and that's really important in the online space. Your audience needs to see you showing up reliably and delivering on what you promise. To achieve consistency in your content and your marketing, it's important to create a content calendar and adhere to the publishing schedule that you've outlined. I like to call this your soulful marketing system. It also aligns with your audience preferences. It allows you to set realistic expectations and in ways that you can achieve consistently. There's no point trying to be everywhere and doing all the things if that isn't something you can achieve long term. But by creating a schedule that suits you, you can stay consistent and you can show up regularly. You will prevent the stress and the overwhelm that comes from being inconsistent with your marketing efforts. With a well-planned system in place, you will move forward with intentional action and you will start to see results. Instead of being in a tailspin because you haven't posted for a week or you haven't sent an email for a month, you will instead be strategically implementing a predefined plan. It turns into a to-do list that makes it so much easier. Your content calendar will ensure that you maintain a regular presence in front of your audience, and it keeps your brand and your business top of mind. Once you've delivered consistent content successfully for a period of time, and I find a lot of my clients do this, you may end up evolving or expanding your plan. As you become proficient in executing the plan that you've set, you can gradually add more content types, additional platforms you might like to increase the frequency. And all of these things are possible because you've gone through the process of learning what works for you. But remember, the key to consistency is finding a balance between providing the content and getting the connection with your audience that you want and maintaining your own sanity. It is much better to have a smaller, realistic, achievable plan that you can stick to rather than overwhelming yourself with a huge, unrealistic publishing schedule. Remember not to let your content go to waste either. It's not use once and forget. You can actively promote and share this amazing content across all of your channels, including social media, emails, newsletters. You could consider collaborations and guest appearances. Be really proactive and think about all the different ways and spaces that you could use this content. It will help grow your audience and it will help expand your reach. Creating content that connects and gets impact for your marketing efforts requires a simple but a strategic approach. If you come at it from a soulful standpoint, where you're sharing your passion and your purpose with the goal of truly helping your audience and connecting with your ideal clients, you can create a content strategy that really will resonate with your audience. By understanding your audience on a deeper level, using the strategies I shared like empathy mapping and social listening, and building out content pillars for your business, it will help you create the right content, which will help you stand out. Remember that your marketing and content creation is a journey of learning, adapting, and refining. As you move through the process, you will discover the content that works best for your audience and the right channels that you need to use to connect. So keep experimenting, stay authentic in your messaging, and come from the heart-centered space from where you really truly want to help and make a difference. I hope this content's been really valuable to you, and I thank you for joining me in this episode of Soulful Marketing Unleashed. These strategies have really helped my clients, and I know that they will help you too. If you enjoyed this episode, it'd be great if you could leave a review or share it with a fellow entrepreneur. And remember, creating content that connects is the secret to nurturing your audience, establishing your brand, and growing your soulful business. To help you make a great start creating this content, I've got 2 free resources for you today. The first one is Content That Connects, a workbook that will help you craft the right marketing messages. And the second one will help you dive into content creation with 100 free content prompts. You can get each of these right now in the link below in the show notes. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you in the next episode. Thank you for listening to the Wellness Business Academy podcast with me, Cass Duffield. If you are interested in growing your practice, come get my free guide, The Practice Success Toolkit, at cassduffield.com or grab it in the show notes. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you next time.